Hi, everybody. I'm going to pop on here and show you guys how to remove Joy Belle nails if you glued them on with the Joy Belle glue, either the glue that is in the box or the brush-on glue. Now, I am usually not a glue person, but I felt it necessary to try this because I have so much faith in the Joy Belle company. I removed all 5 nails. Let's see, what time is it? Hey, Alexa, what time is it? Maybe she doesn't know. Anyway, it took me, I'm trying to see my clock, 41, about 15 minutes maybe to remove one whole hand. That is because if you want to remove them safely, you need to slow down and take your time. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You need to be patient, and I have no damage to these nails whatsoever. It feels like it's tugging when you first start to do it, but you have to keep adding something to break it down. Now you can use their suggested water, oil, and soap if you want, but I am not quite that patient, so I like something that's going to get underneath there and break all that glue down. All right, I'm going to start with my little finger. Hopefully you're going to be able to see this okay. I'm trying to see. I'll come back here a little. And the first thing that you're going to do is put on your bifocals and you're going to break that little bit of a seal. Now, I like to break it with an orange wood stick. You can also use this metal cuticle pusher and cutter, but if you use something like this, you have to be very careful because you can cut into that nail very easily with those kind of tools. Now, with that in mind, just so you know, I was a nail tech for 30 years and I know how this stuff goes. We try, and if you are not in the nail business or don't know what you're doing, it can be sketchy to use those kind of tools. So if you are using them, be very careful. All right, so I'm just kind of going around the edge and breaking the seal a little bit. I'm not digging up underneath there. Now, I decided there are several different things that you can use to break down the glue underneath. You can use, I have a product that is very gentle that's made by Clio Nails, and it's called Easy Remover. Excuse me, speaking of, I got to grab a tissue here. Nose is running. And I'm going to drip that all the way around there. Now, what I did on the other hand was I just went in and I broke those little edges. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get underneath there. If it is hard to break that edge, here's what I want you to do. I want you to put something that will break it down on there before you go even in and try to lift those edges. This will make it even more gentle of a removal, okay? Now, like I said, I have the Clio Easy Remover. You can kind of see where this bottle's at. I've used it on my tabs. I will be ordering some more because it worked really great with these. There's also, you can use straight acetone. And there are several different things that break down glue on Amazon if you want to pop on there and do a little research. If you want the information on something to remove them, please just message me and I will get back with you with something. All right, so see how now I am able to get underneath that lip? And if I get underneath that lip around the edge, whoops, my orange wood stick is a little fat, so it's not as thin as your metal tool. So maybe a smaller orange wood stick would work better for you. So just kind of take it, rub that glue. Whatever you do, be very careful up by the cuticle. And you're going to go around, and some of them will break easy, some of them will not. And before I go any farther, okay, I'm going to break that. See, I'm breaking that seal a little bit more each time, and then each time putting on a little bit more of the product to help to remove it. Before I go on with this nail, I'm going to come over here to the thumbnail. I want to show you something you can do. This is 2 weeks. So let's say that you're on week 1 and I got some stuff to do in the garden, but these nails aren't ready to come off, or anything like that where you think, okay, I put on this long set and now I kind of want them shorter. Hang on here a second. I'm going to get that. See, once you pry that up, then that remover will get inside of that nail. I'm going to even put some right up underneath the tip. Okay, so You've decided, oh my goodness, I want my nails a little shorter. I want to show you something with these. I almost did this and then I just love the length so much that I decided not to. You can actually file these down. Look how nice and hard they are. File them down. You can round them off. You can square them. Here's like, just to show you, a little rounded shape. This is what they were before. And that's your little rounded shape. Maybe you want them short and square. Just go ahead, cut them down, square them off. They're going to be more like, I think, like a short coffin because the way these are, the way that they're kind of tapered in with this style. Okay, I'm just showing you real quick what you can do. Want a short square nail? Sit down while you're watching TV at night. Take them down, and there you have it. Now you got a nice short square nail. So a lot of versatility with these nails. Now let me go ahead and go underneath this one. I wasn't going to do them all with you guys, but it was actually fairly simple. So I thought, well, I'll just see what I get done here. Now, those of you who don't know, these are the Joy Belle nails. I think I didn't put as much on this one because I was filing it. And they lasted 2 weeks. They were very easy to apply. They did not lose their shine. Look at that. That just popped right off. See my nail? And look at all that growth because it was all the way down. I mean, like all the way down. Because I like mine filed way down when I'm putting on the nail tips so that you don't see your fingernails underneath there. Because when you do, it kind of looks like gross and dirty. Okay. So we've got that, and when you're done, I don't feel a whole lot of glue on there, but if there were some glue, you're again going to just put your remover, whichever one you choose, take a light, maybe a buffer block, and just lightly buff over it. Before I reapply, I do plan on giving myself a little bit of a manicure. My cuticles are a little bit dry. I guess I should not be picking, and I should be clipping, because I know this. And I'm going to push my cuticles back and get rid of all that dry skin and cut my nails down before I put on my next set. My next set, I am going to try and use the tabs and see how they last versus the glue. All right, just kind of getting up underneath here. Now, once I get up underneath there and I break that seal, that's when I want to go in with more of my product. I kind of want to lift it up, let it get up underneath there where that seal is broke, drip it on there, kind of lift it up so it runs underneath there. Getting that to run underneath there is really, really key. And like I said, and patience. All right, so we've got that side lifted. I always struggle on this other side a little bit. I think it's because of the arthritis in my hands. All right, and I'm going to wiggle that, lift that up, get a little under there. Same with this one. And we're just going to go in. Now, like I said, if you got acetone at home, the thing with that is acetone, straight acetone is very drying. So what you're going to want to do then after you've dripped the acetone, and don't drip it on your furniture, once you have done that, wash your hands, give yourself a couple hours to rub some lotion and some oils in, give yourself a little manicure, whatever, and then you can go in after that and reapply. But I always like to tell people, see if you can get a little bit of something nourishing on those nails. This is why it's important to do all 10 at once. If you were doing each one and having to wait that amount of time between each one, it will take you longer. So you start here, go across. Once one comes off, keep moving down. So each time that I do this, I go under there a little bit farther. And just get that stuff worked in there. And before you know it, they're just going to pop right off. I'll tell you, that glue is absolutely amazing without being, it seems like it is not harsh on the nail. At least over here, I had a great response to them coming off. Oh, there we go. So So while I'm doing this, I kind of want to tell you guys about another product as well. I just ordered a new product called Borboleta, and it is for cleaning your eyelashes and your eyebrows. Even if you don't use eyeshadows, if you don't use mascara, if you don't use brow stuff, it's still really good. This is amazing, something I've never known before, that all that bacteria can get caught up in your lashes and in your brows. And when you are using regular makeup removers on your eyelids, how it can dry them out and make them wrinkly. And it just pulls all the life out of your eyelids and your lashes and, like I said, and your brows. So this is a new product that I am going to be playing with, and it's called Borboleta. They make a special brush, and I'll show you guys this stuff in just a minute. They make a special little brush to get in there and clean the brow and clean the eyelashes. And this is also going to help with any like bacteria or anything that might get in your, sorry about that. I'm multitasking and I can't talk. So all of that stuff that can accumulate in your lashes and in your brows. And it can cause you to get styes and things like that. Sorry, I keep like looking like way down because in order to get my hands, I got to look down. Okay, so now we're back over here. I've got the index finger. She gave way. So like I said, just patience. It doesn't matter. You might have to work a little harder on one than the other. Here we go. Dogs are going crazy, my Amazon. Now there's just a little bit. I don't want to rip my nail. So if it's attached even just a little bit, drip some stuff underneath there. Don't tug and pull, okay? That, if you tug and you pull and you rip, you're bad. You are going to ruin your nails. You are going to rip layers off. So the biggest thing about any press-on nail is being patient in order to get them off. Also patient to get them on, I will say. But the patience getting them on will make them last longer, okay? So you definitely want to be a little bit patient. All right, I'm going to let that one sit for a second. She's pretty tight. And this one, I have a bad nail there anyway, where I've always had this little crease or this line down the middle. And so I never want to tug and pull on that one at all, because she can take a beating real easy. So you want to feel, I don't know where that one went, a teeny tiny little tug there, but it wasn't anything that I felt that hurt or that ripped the nail. If you can kind of see that. My darn arthritic little hand there. All right, this one is coming up very nicely. She probably just needs another minute or so. She is sealed good around the cuticle. And this is somewhere we don't want to tug on, okay? So you just run this. This is why a wood stick is much easier. If you had, or much better for your nail, this, you may get under there a little better because it's thinner, but this thing can, if you slip, this thing's gonna cut into your nail, okay? So if you do not know how to use those professional tools, I suggest that you just stick with the orange wood stick and be a little more patient. There you go. So that one's off. These definitely are not reusable after glued on. Look now, see, this one just like, it just like fell up. And that's what I needed it to do. And if you have really sensitive, tender nails, you are going to want to do that on all of them. You are just going to take your time to get that stuff underneath there, watch TV, sit it under there, pry it a little bit, put more under there, pry it a little bit. So I probably used, let's see, probably about 1/8 or 1/16 inch of that. You can kind of see where that's at now. This will last you through several removals. If I had to take a guess, I would say at least 8 to 10 removals this will get you, okay? If you want a price on that, I want you to message me and let me know how much time. 14 minutes. So see, it took less than 15 minutes and I'm talking. So you know darn well, it probably take you about 10 minutes to get all of those nails off. Now I just want to kind of get some of that glue off the top of the nail with a very light buffer. You can also take your remover and some kind of a pad and you can get it off with that. But I'm not feeling any bulk of glue buildup on here, which is great. I love that I don't have to work too hard. Now my thumbnail, I feel a little bit more glue on there. So what I'm going to do is I don't want to take a file and file into my nail too much, okay? Etching it is one thing, but filing into it is a whole nother. So then you're just gonna take that with a light buffer block. You can also take a 4-way buffer, something very soft, and you're going to get that excess glue off, okay? Now, if you're putting nails right back on, get a little bit of the excess. Don't worry about total perfection, okay? And keep those nails nice and healthy. Now, I was going to and would love to show you how to pop one on really quick, but I need to take a break to give myself a little bit of a manicure. It's been 2 weeks. My cuticles are grown out. They're a little bit dry. I want to push them back. I want to clip them. And then I will come to you with video 2 of application for the Joy Belle nails. And I think I'm going to try the coffin. Okay, this is a coffin shape. If you can see those, the coffin shape, they're so pretty. And I am going to use the tabs that come inside the box. So you will get to see that total application here in a little bit. If you have any questions, please let me know and I will reach out and talk to you personally. If you would like the link to the Clio removal, we can. There's another remover that I get on Amazon that I can link as well. And I think that's about it for now. I hope you guys feel comfortable now with the glue. If you are not, please stick with the tabs. I just had someone message me, getting a little warm. I just had someone message me this morning. I think it was, they had theirs on with the tabs for 9 days. That is totally acceptable, like totally. I know that Cara says that about 3 days. What you want to do is just be really careful, make sure you got a good bond. And if they are loosening up, take them off, remove the tab, put a new tab on and put it back on so that you don't have any moisture accumulating underneath those nails. All right, with that, I am going to go ahead and clean this up, get ready to put on my new Joy nails, give myself a little manicure, and then I'll talk to you guys real soon, okay? All right, any questions, let me know. Joy Belle nails, they are a win-win. Several shapes. We're going to have new colors coming. I'll keep you posted on all that. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. See if we can, I guess my little clicky.